Hi there, beautiful creatures, welcome back. So today I have a really quick kind of video for you. I just created and did this spread for myself, and I have labeled it the Fairy Ring spread for Midsummer Fairy Guidance, because today in the Southern Hemisphere it is Midsummer Nights Eve or Letha Eve, and I was really feeling the energy to create a little bit of a connection spread with the Fae, and a way that I can connect with you guys and show you kind of what I do and how I might read the cards to connect a bit more with the Fae and for them to give me my daily guidance, sort of my guidance. So this is an 11 card spread. As you can see, I've used the Heart of Fairy Oracle and the Fairy Tarot by Doreen Virtue, the Heart of Fairy by Brian Froud, and I've just sort of used 3 Oracle cards and the rest are Tarot, and I will go through and explain the positions as we go around. So, the top left-hand card is card 1, and this card is basically where you're at with your journey at the moment. This is the classic you at this very point in time in the present, what weighs most heavily on your mind, and kind of your outlook at this point in time on your situation. Card 2 is the next step that you need to take to help yourself, in whichever way that is. So I'll get to the Oracle cards last because they're kind of last. So that's card 1, and card 2 is the next step that you need to take in order to help yourself regarding your situation from card 1. This can be a super positive thing. It doesn't even need to be a big step. It can just say outline some sort of plan or some kind of goal that you should have in mind. Card 3 is what influences you at this point in time. This is the environment around you. This can also be what influences you mentally. It could be what you're reading. It could be people that you're talking to, figures that you're influenced by. It's all kind of determined by card number 3 here. Card 4 is related to your influence, but this card 4 is your biggest obstacle. So card 4 indicates what it is that's standing in your way at this current moment, and that's usually affected by whatever is in your environment as well at the same time. So card 4 is your biggest obstacle. Card 5, if you just give me a second because I've written my notes. Card 5 is how the Fae can help you, what the Fae are going to offer you, what kind of assistance they're going to bring you in order to get you past your obstacle and to help you recognize and move forward in what influences you. You know, this obstacle card can be a positive thing as well. It can be a positive card, and you have to kind of consider how this applies to you in your life. Are you taking too much of a good thing, or are you trying to make too much of a good thing into a bad thing, you know? So that kind of all plays a role, and it all plays a part into how you read the cards personally as well. So again, as I said, card 5, which is that one there, is how the Fae can help you. Card 6 is quite important. So this card indicates how you can best help yourself. So how can you help yourself? What is the biggest thing that you can do for yourself at this point in time to help you get past your obstacles and your influences and take into account what the Fae have to offer you too? So rely on them for a bit of help and rely on yourself too, because unless you implement it yourself, you know, nothing's ever going to come out of any of this. So card 7 is your fairy guide. I've also put, this could also be a gift from the fairy, what the Fae also have to offer you in terms of their personal guidance. So this one is how they can help you, and this one is a bit more of a guidance card, a bit more of the gift from the Fae and how they can assist you in a sort of practical or spiritual manner. This is a bit more of a specific card in terms of your obstacles and stuff like that as well. So card 8 is what you need to keep in balance. So that's that card just there. So this is the thing that you most need to keep in mind of and keep in balance. It can be a positive thing or a negative thing. It's just a reminder to keep yourself in check and to make sure that everything that you're doing is kind of mutually beneficial, not only for the environment that you're in or for the spiritual beings that you're working with, but also for yourself and your physical and mental and well-being. So it can point out a little bit more maybe where there's an imbalance in your life. Sorry, this video is a little strange for me. I've never done a video like this, so I might sound a bit weird. I hope you shall forgive me. So now I'm going to move on to the oracle cards in this layout. So this is card 9 is at the top there. That's card 10, and the center card is card 11. So card 9, which is the one at the top there, indicates as above. So I've put as above, which is the divine guidance, the guidance from the spiritual realm, or the Fae realm, that is of a sort of spiritual nature. So what you need to be reminded of in your spirituality, where you're lacking, where you're kind of, where you're going well. It's just a guidance from, a message from that spiritual realm and what you can look after in your spiritual well-being. The card down here is as below. As above, it should be so below, sorry, but I put as below for some reason. And this is the earthly practical guidance. So what you need to be aware of in your everyday, what is taking over you in your everyday situation that is super overriding anything else that's going on in these other cards. This is an incredibly important card for the physical realm, just as that is an incredibly important part for the spiritual realm. And usually I consider like these 3 cards a bit more of the mental kind of mental spiritual realm, and this a bit more of the physical earthly, what's going on in your day-to-day situation realm, what you're most concerned with all the time and what you're most concerned with in your subconscious or unconscious mind. So the center card is the outcome, but it is also the last imparting wisdom of the Fae. So what the Fae have to offer you as their last words, or what they have to remind you of, or their kind of final message that might tie everything in together, or might throw everything out of the water, because that's just kind of how fairy work as well. So that is my 11 card spread for Midsummer Nights Eve. That gives you a bit of an indication. It's sort of more of a, what I would call an in-depth general reading, and also a way of connecting to Fae and fairy energy and allowing them into your life in to sort of help you and guide you and remind you that they're there, and work with them on a more magical and physical level, you know, through the use of cards and that kind of stuff. You're really inviting them in and pulling them in. So I hope you all have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!